Look at that, it's chili day. Making some chili. So please stay tuned. We get this thing going, get the coals on the grate, and cook up some chili my way. And it's not quite cold enough here to have chili, but we're having it anyway. So please stay tuned. Whenever I make chili, I don't put any chopped meat in it. So the first order of business is to sear up a couple of steaks. I got a couple of chuck steaks. Not a very good cut of meat. It's got a lot of fat in it, but that's okay. That's good for the chili. Because I'm going to dice that up into kind of bite-sized chunks. And I got some Italian sausage that I'm going to, let me show you that. Italian sausage I'm going to take out of the casing. I won't cook that ahead of time. I'll put that right in the pot with the chili. But we're going to get some smoke on those steaks. I'm going to flip them over right now. And then dice them up, and then we'll get the pot on the fire. So there, we just got a little bit of sear on them, as you can plainly see. Get that one flipped over. There we go. And chili, it takes 4 hours. It's got to simmer for 4 hours, so that meat will get cooked up. You know, it's still rare on the inside, but that doesn't matter. I just want to get some smoke flavor on the outside, and then I'll put my pot on and start throwing in the rest of this stuff. So please, stay tuned. Okay, first thing in the pot is some bacon. Get that bacon fat rendered down. And that'll be a good place to make our, ha boy, that's hot. That'll help to get our veggies cooked up. Get that bacon seared up in there. And then we can put in our sausage, which I've taken out of the casing. That's about 2 pounds of Italian sausage. Some of it's hot sausage. Get that cooked up. Gotta dice up them steaks. Get that cooking. Need my glove. Anyway, get that cooked up. Ooh, that's hot. Oh man, that smells good already. We'll give you a different perspective on that. Stay tuned. Now you can see what's going on in the pot. That's that Italian sausage and the bacon. We're going to get that cooked up a little bit. Going to add our next ingredient. Is going to be garlic. 4 cloves of garlic diced up. That's some good stuff. Garlic. Get that stirred in there. Get that meat browned up. I don't really have to worry about that because it's going to simmer in the sauce for about 4 hours, so I don't worry about it cooking. Let's put the rest of our veggies in. We got a red and green bell pepper. We got a whole diced onion. And we got some celery. And we got some jalapeno. 2 diced jalapenos. That's going to bring a little bit of heat. We're going to add some more heat to it with the spices. But that's the beginnings of it. Let me get those veggies cooked down a little bit. And that bacon fat and sausage fat. And we're going to dice up our meat. And then I got to show you a very special ingredient that I have next. So please, okay, my veggies and sausage have cooked down quite a bit. And we're going to add the meat. Chuck steak that I cubed up, that I cooked on the grill earlier. See that? Oh man, that's going to cook down into something wonderful, let me tell you. This has got to simmer for 4 hours. That's a long time. And we're not done yet. We're going to add some spices. And I got a special ingredient that I promised you. Maybe you see this. Look at this. See if you can see that. Chili beer. And in the bottom of the bottle, I don't know if you can see that, there floats a chili pepper. And I've never heard of this. Premium lager beer with a chili pepper added. And I got to take a taste of that before I pour that in there, because I'm trying to figure out what that's going to taste like. I'm not going to drink it. I'm going to put this in the chili. But I just got to taste it. Well, oh, it tastes just like you would imagine it tastes. It's got beer with a chili flavor. And there's that. Oh, that's hot. That stuff's hot. Wow, see that pepper? That pepper came out of the chili. I'm going to leave him in there whole. And now we're going to put some spices in there, which is going to further enhance this stuff. And it's going to cook down. We've got to put some tomatoes in there too. But let's put the spices in. The first thing I put is a cup of barbecue sauce. Now this happens to be Jack Daniel's Steakhouse barbecue sauce, but you can use any barbecue sauce, any generic barbecue sauce. So that's what I put in there. A little barbecue sauce. And some Louisiana hot sauce, about a tablespoon of that. And some Lee and Perron's Worcestershire sauce, about a tablespoon of that, maybe a little bit more because it's good stuff. And then we got some, let's see what we got here. This is the ancho chili pepper, about 2 teaspoons of that. Ancho chili pepper, I recently discovered that when I made a recipe that called for it, so I started using it. Ancho chili pepper. Look at that. How's that look? Oh boy. Talk about some meaty chili. That's the way chili, that's the way I like it. Meaty. You know? Eat it with a fork instead of a spoon. Okay, that was ancho chili pepper. This is cayenne pepper. We're going to put a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, maybe a little bit more. 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper because I like it. Okay. Then we got some cumin. It's not chili without cumin. So we're going to put about a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of cumin. Then we got some, I'm going to bring this stuff over here so I don't have to keep coming over here. Okay, what's next? Garlic powder. There's already garlic in it. But we're going to put about a tablespoon of garlic powder because garlic's good. And we're going to put about a tablespoon of onion powder. Onion's good. Okay, onion powder. Then we got some chili powder. Chili powder, about a tablespoon of chili powder. Not chili without chili powder, is it? A little bit more, okay. And then we're going to put some red pepper flakes. It's going to bring the heat. About a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Stir that all in there. Let that simmer. That beer gave it quite a bit of moisture, but I think I need to put a little bit more. But I also think that my tomatoes are going to add some moisture. So I'm not too worried about it. My wife says, that's not chili, that's beef stew. And you know what? She's right. This is chili, but it's so beefy and so meaty, it almost eats like a stew. So look at that. Looks like chili already, doesn't it? We got a couple more things we got to throw in there. We got to put some tomatoes and some beans. Now, when you're in a competition, a chili competition, you don't put beans in it, but I like a little bit of beans in my chili, so I'm going to throw some beans in there. And if I need some more liquid, which it doesn't look like I will, because the beans are going to have liquid and so is the tomatoes. If I did, I would put a little bit of beef broth in there. But how's that look so far? It looks good, doesn't it? And that's got to simmer for about 4 hours. So I'll be out here drinking a beer, strumming my guitar while that simmers. But I got to go get the tomatoes and the beans. So I'll be right back. So please stay tuned. My chili is bubbling away, and I'm going to add some tomatoes. And these are the best things since sliced bread. These Rotel tomatoes, diced tomatoes with green chilies already in them. And that's perfect for chili. And I'll put that in right, even with the liquid that comes with it. Because that's all going to cook off. It's all going to cook down. And where'd my spoon go? There it is. Okay. Yeah, we're going to stir that right in there. Doesn't that look good? Man alive. You talk about some chili. This is some chili. Tell you what. Don't ever use a spice blend that someone else makes. Make your own spice blend. Put in what you want. You want ancho chili powder? Put in ancho chili powder. You want whatever. And whoever gets that chili that was in that beer, they're going to be one lucky son of a gun, because that thing was hot, let me tell you. Okay, now we're going to let that cook a while. In fact, that's got to cook a long while. That's got to cook about 4 hours. So we're going to leave that, let it go. I'll check back in a little while. I'll be drinking a beer. I got a very special beer for myself today. I'm going to put the cover on that and just let her go. So stay tuned, and I'll show you my beer I'm going to drink. So please stay tuned. And my chili is perking right along. Look at that. It's starting to really bubble up good. It smells great. And I'm going to add some beans. When you're in a competition, you don't add beans because they don't allow beans in the chili. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, yeah, but I like beans. So I'm going to put a can of small red beans in there. You won't even hardly know they're there, but you'll know they're there because beans are the musical fruit. And you know that, and I know that, and I love them. And maybe that's why I love them. But we're going to cook them in there. Cook some beans in there. My pot's almost overflowing. Starting to look good, but it's got to cook down a long way, a long way. That's going to be some meaty chili right there. You see that? You'll have to eat that almost with a fork. And I got big plans for this chili. We're going to make some rice and pour that over some rice. That smells good. That broth is unbelievable. So I'm just going to cover that up, let it go, come back in a little while, have a beer, the end of the video, and stay tuned. Watch me drink a beer. There's the Frosty Root Boy mug, and here's today's beer. A Rogue Yellow Snow IPA. Does that sound good? Yellow Snow. Please don't eat the yellow snow. Watch out where the Huskies go. Don't you eat that yellow snow. Let's see how that looks good. Looks like yellow snow. Look at that. That Rogue is a good brewing company. I don't know where they're out of, but where is that made? United States, dedicated to each of us. India Pale Ale. Brewmaster, government warning, don't drink a beer. I don't know where it's made. Yellow Snow IPA, check it out. The Root Boy mug. Wow, doesn't taste anything like yellow snow. I've had yellow snow. Doesn't taste anything like it. It's really good. Good beer. Let's look in on our chili. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Or was it the beer? Let's go see what this looks like. Get this thing off of here. Get the cover off that. And it's bubbling away, but it's got more bubbling to do. We're going to cook it with the top off for a while. Let that bubble down a bit. But that's what chili supposed to look like. That's what it's supposed to look like right there. To me, that'd be chili. You see that meat is broken up in there. So it's not quite ground beef, but it's not quite like eating a piece of steak. And the veggies are cooking down, and the garlic, and the beans, and everything. It's still got a ways to go. So I'm going to relax, drink my beer. Excuse me. Get my old lady to cook up some, rice. Let that simmer for about 3 more hours, maybe more. Let some of that liquid burn off there to make a more thicker sauce. And that's my chili. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. See y'all next week. We're going to make a very special recipe next week, a burger that you're going to love. And we'll drink a special beer with our burger. You'll see. Okay, see you next week. Thanks again.